Greetings, ex-communists! I have returned from my vacation fully recharged and reloaded, so let's get down to business in Operation Defiant Redemption. We are extracting super spy extraordinaire herself, Agent Adrian Rod, from the war zone. The goal of this mission will be to get her to disable the Exalt communication relays so that we can, get intel. It hurts Exalt, so that means it's good. Now as she starts all the way on the other end of the map, the plan will be to simply let her stay exactly where she is and not move until we have the team comfortably next to her. The last thing we want is to have Adrian Rod bring in a pistol to a rifle fight. Now, we spent all that dough to give Jimmy the mimetic skin gene mod, and we are gonna use it to rush her up to this corner. Now, I pause to once more explain how it works. If there is not a single enemy that can see where Jimmy is standing, and she runs to full cover, she becomes invisible. So, she can't be seen, we run her up to this corner, and boom! We see a trio of Exalts, and look at them shiny new guns they got. Someone got an upgrade. With Exalt now having laser weapons, they're definitely a bigger threat than they used to be, especially to Adrian Rod, who has no armor. So, we're going to take advantage of Jimmy being invisible and set up an excellent ambush. We move the team forward to a spot where they will all be concealed, but can move to get into attacking range. Then, on our next turn, Jimmy proves that stealth snipers are romantic, because she sweeps this guy off his feet. His two buddies take his sudden death pretty well, all things considered, and they go running for cover. Jimmy makes use of double tap and snaps off the second dude for 7 damage. Now, with both of them behind full cover, I'm not happy. Luckily, we have Gemini Spark, and we just got him a shiny new grenade launcher that can both clear out the damaged Exalt and make the other one feel as exposed as a sectoid. I position the team to get ready in case this dude charges forward, but he smartly decides that if 6 people want an area that one person's in, you give right of way to the 6 people. One problem though, he starts running right in the direction of Adrian Rod. That is bad. On our turn, we check to see, and yep, Adrian Rod has line of sight to this dude, meaning that he likely has line of sight to her. I make use of Jimmy's Super Mario gene mod to get her to the roof. Sadly, she has no shot on the Exalt soldier, so I have to make do and push the team forward to get their overwatches ready in case Bobby McExalt here decides to run back. Then we just hunker down Adrian Rod and see what happens. What happens is we get a couple of new bogeys. Fortunately, they decide to run into Shiosk's Overwatch. Unfortunately, Shiosk decides that Windows are all so last year and does some redecorating. And by redecorate, I mean he misses his Overwatch shot and shatters the glass. Gemini Spark sees that Shiosk is missing shots and hey, if Shiosk is doing it, it must be in style. So Gemini misses the shot. Now Uncle Lothar, he's a new member of the team and sees his more experienced squad mates missing shots. So he just follows suit and assumes they know what they're doing. Luckily for us, Bobby McExalt also gives in to peer pressure and tries to run up to help his trio of friends. He must assume that we can't make Overwatch shots, but he seems he's never heard of 06 Jimmy because if he had, he wouldn't be moving anywhere near her. Now, how do we deal with the 3 guys who are in the warehouse here? First, I have Pharaoh's Queen blow away the one on the far left so that he no longer has cover. Next, we move up Shiosk to flank the front dude, and Shiosk comes just short of killing the guy. But he was within 1, so we can't complain too much on a crit. So we solved the issue though by having Citrus play Hot Potato with the same soldier. But when you can control the potato's fuse, you're kinda cheating. I want to save Gemini's action for overwatching, so I drop Jimmy down and let her finish off the coverless Exalt. After that, it's just time to put Gemini into Overwatch. Scanning. On Exalt's turn, the enemy sniper roughs up Gemini, but that frees us up to have Pharaoh's Queen and Uncle Lothar take some low chance shots just to see if we can get their odds of promoted up. They miss, so Jimmy just casually double taps her way for the kill. With those 2 groups down, I do a thorough search of the map just to make sure there are no more targets. It takes a long time, involves a battle scanner, but I do determine that yes, the map is indeed clear. So now we can move the party around and get ready. Ready for what, you ask? Well, remember, the point of these kinds of maps is to have Adrian Rod disable all the comm relays. As she moves closer to the relays, we might get Exalt reinforcements to deal with. So I spread the team out so that no matter the angle they come from, we probably have at least 2 guns pointed at them. So for us, that means our main highlights will be setting up Jimmy on some high ground on the left, where she can shoot through both sets of windows with her squad sight if needed, and getting our most mobile soldier, Shios, on the roof, ready to charge towards any threat. With our team in place, Adrian Rod hits the off switch that is conveniently on any 4 sides of the machine, and we wait to see where the new party guests will arrive. The pair of Exalt soldiers smartly do a coordinated drop on both sides of the building. What wasn't smart though was only having 2 of them. The first one gets pasted by about 4 different shots, and the other one is flipped like a pancake by Gemini Spark. With that comm relay down, we reposition the team to take on the next reinforcements. Since this comm relay is on the right, I angle more that direction, with Pharaoh's Queen and Gemini towards the back, Citrus and Uncle Lothar towards the front, and Shiosk on the front roof, overlooking the evac zone that we eventually need to get Adrian Rod to. So, Adrian Rod Hollywood hacks the comm relay with a few keystrokes, and 2 more Exalts show up, apparently having been hiding just off the dock the entire time. But fortunately, we have a lot of Overwatches to greet their arrival. Go team. I could dwell on those missed shots some more, but I'd rather just kill these guys because we outnumber them 7-2 at this point. So, first thing I do is move Citrus up to waste one of their Overwatches and to get a flank. Once the flanking is done, I want him to use rapid fire and hit his target. Now, at 58% odds to hit, he probably won't hit both shots, but that's fine because we have plenty of guns pointed at this dude. But it seems Citrus feels this guy needs to go for a swim anyway.
See you in hell.
For the next target, we try and get Uncle Lothar or Pharaoh's Queen the kill since we need them to get promoted. So, the red-headed Rocketeer herself opens up a salvo for 5 damage, and Uncle Lothar gets his first kill. Man overboard!
X-ray down.
With those 2 sleeping with the fishes, we move up closer to the extraction point. It is then that 2 latecomers rush into the battlefield like a student trying to beat the bell into class. But we take tardiness very seriously and give them tardy slips. Made of plasma. Now it seems that neither student today showed up prepared for the lecture because neither one of them went into Overwatch. And we plan to exploit the crap out of that. Time for a pop quiz! What is the consequence of being flanked by Citrus Architect when he rapid fires with a mundane pistol? The answer was, of course, 6 damage. Next question. What happens when you combine Adrian Rod and a flanking shot on you with only 2 health left? If you said you survive, you'd be wrong, because you're dead.
He's down.
Now we really want Pharaoh's Queen to get this last kill so she can finally get the rank up she needs. So instead of trying to straight up murder this dude, I have Shios suppress him. Then, I also put Jimmy and Lothar into Overwatch, so that we really aren't in risk of him hurting anyone. Not surprisingly, he decides to stay where he is. What is surprising, however, is the fact that he uses some gene mod called Regen Pheromones, and he exhales prescription hypospray to heal himself? Why would you even have... Are they dealing this stuff on the side? I doubt that Exalt's only using this for medicinal purposes. They're kind of evil. So with Pharaoh's Queen near enough to shoot, I moved Gemini up with the plan to open up the door and then use collateral damage on this junkie's cover. But it seems that Gemini isn't allowed to open the door. This so confused me that I actually alt-tabbed out of the game to read up on the game mechanics of door opening. It turns out that mech soldiers can't open doors, with the concept being that they can't do delicate tasks with their mech armor. Now, I'm cool with that explanation, because I haven't run into this as a problem before. Mechs can still just bust through regular doors, much like unaugmented soldiers. But these rolling doors, they have no mechanics for just breaking them down. So this door that's made out of cheap aluminum strips, yeah, Gemini's a 2-ton titan of technological terror. He should be able to bust through this door like a Kool-Aid man. This is ridiculous. With cover destruction not an option, we need to force this stoner to do nothing but heal up again. To that end, we have Jimmy rough him up for 7 damage, Shiok suppresses him, and then we just wait another turn and watch him get blazed. Next turn, we start off by moving Citrus into this guy's flank, and he tags him twice with his pistol. Next, we have Shiosk do one last suppression in case Pharaoh's Queen misses. Then we have her step out and see if our backup heavy knows how to enforce our anti-drug policy. Just say no, baby. With all of Exalt pushing up daisies, we simply run Adrian Rod to the extraction zone to complete the mission.
Commander, we've secured the operative and the new data they were able to acquire from the relays. Well done.
So ends Operation Defiant Redemption. We took no damage, got some kills for Pharaoh's Queen and Uncle Lothar, found out that rolling doors are the equivalent of child-proof caps to cyborgs, and escaped with Exalt's intelligence. Go us. In the promotions front, we see that, praise the random number generator, Pharaoh's Queen finally got a promotion. As she is DJ Sucre's backup, we're going to give her Bullet Swarm as her first upgrade. Next, stand and salute as 09 Legion Gemini Spark has been promoted to Robot Colonel. Our choices are Absorption Field, which puts a cap on how much damage anything can do to Gemini in one shot, or Reactive Targeting Sensors, which will let Gemini punish anyone who shoots at him free of charge. I really debate this one, but in the end, I'd rather have more defensive options to protect Gemini from dying, so we go with Absorption Field. On the next screen, we find out that, hey, Adrian Rod got promotion too. Oh, lucky day. Greater odds to hit on near-dead minions is nice, but I find overwatches that can be as reliable as regular shots are too good to pass up, so I give her Opportunist. We go to our intel screen to find out where Exalt is not, and they're not in Nigeria. I mean, it's not as broad as we'd like, but at least it's something, and we've narrowed down the Exalt base possibilities. I do an intel scan just to be sure there are no more cells already waiting for us, but the scan turns up negative. So for now, our bank account is safe. So it's time to scan, and I'm not gonna lie, with the date being July 3rd, I'm really rooting for a UFO to attack us, preferably over US soil within the next day, so that I can use my Independence Day references. Sadly, the UFO is a tad late, and over Japan. Oh well, I still have the sound files ready, we're gonna use them anyway, no reason to let them go to waste, right?
Roger that. Los Angeles Tac Squadron has AMRAAM missiles locked on target.
Washington, New York Squadron is reporting lock on.
Fire at will.
Fire at will.
Fire at will.
Oh no, you did not shoot that green at me.
Welcome to Earth.
So now that we have successfully recreated the dogfight scene of Independence Day, we now look to recreate the lab scene, hopefully with less tentacles and mind control, and more Jane Cobb shooting aliens. We still need to level up Pharaoh's Queen and Uncle Lothar some, so we're going to give Gemini Spark a well-deserved break after that taxing battle with the door last mission, and bring back DJ Sucre, who is now sporting the new Exalt laser gun, which looks just awesome. Also, I forgot to give Uncle Lothar his designation. Go me. With that, we're off to Japan to kill some aliens. Hopefully, if enough people see us fighting, they'll end up making an anime about us. It'll be called XCOM Super Alien Squad Fighto. Gemini Spark wouldn't be a cyborg, but rather a giant mecha that the team combines into to shoot down UFOs. Jimmy's sniper rifle would be bigger than her entire body. Pharaoh's Queen would be the obligatory cute talking animal sidekick. Shiosk would be fighting with a sword because someone has to be too cool for guns. Evil Emi-san would have white hair, Citrus Architect would be a ninja, and because we have too many dudes on the team, they probably would gender bend DJ Sucre's character into some machine gun toting pink-haired supermodel named Sweetie Sugar or something. Oh, and nobody would be older than 15 years old. You know what? Scratch that. We don't need an anime about us. Well, it seems, judging from the mission title, Bobby Percival agrees with our opinion about the anime reboot of XCOM. Join us next week as we turn the land of the rising sun into the land of the crashing aliens in Operation Noxious Remix. Until next week, I'm Spliced, and I totally still watch a crappy XCOM anime.